Jimmy checking out my lunch. Or a fly, actually. Probably the fly's checking out my lunch, and that's Jimmy checking out the fly. Anyway, hello. Today I'd like to take a look at this, which is a brand new book by one of my favourite authors, Ray Mears. He is a British, I suppose you could call him a naturalist, an explorer, an advocate of outdoors, bushcrafter, all sorts of different things, but above all, he's a top author, and he writes really lucidly, which is always good for my dumb brain. Yes, he's had another book out recently called We Are Nature, which is all good. So there's the information that you need. It's published by Random House. That's the ISBN. He's left a lovely dedication to his wife, Ruth. His first wife sadly died of cancer, so I have a massive empathy for that, because my first wife died of breast cancer as well. Not uncommon, apparently. But this book, well, it's wonderful. It's obviously, I won't go through the text of it, but it's full of wonderful illustrations. As I say, very lucidly written, and it's also, as per normal with Ray's books, illustrated with superb photographs that I've no doubt he's taken himself, as he normally does. It's going to be pretty tricky to kind of switch and swatch for all of these pictures, but yeah, it's British Woodland, a great favourite of mine. I mean, it's in the name, isn't it? Where I was brought up, North Wood. You can pretty much tell there were three major woods there. There was Mad Bess Wood, and there was Ricelet Woods, and I can't remember the name of it now. That's because my brain's going dead, unfortunately. It was near Uxbridge, near Ricelet, you know. Yeah, doesn't matter. I can't remember stuff now, unfortunately, like I used to, but these are lovely. Look at these old trees. Look at these old trees. Wonderful. Awesome. So some lovely photos to be had in this book, that's for sure, and a plethora of them as well. And then Ray endeavours to go through Copsewood is one I couldn't remember. Copsewood in Northwood. He then endeavours to go through each tree. Older buckthorn, apple, ash. You know, it's obviously in alphabetical order. Aspen. And then he talks about you know, the way trees manifest themselves and leaf shapes and what have you. It's a wonderful book, it really is. If anyone's interested in nature, then go for this, is all I can say. Just go for it. This is a kind of cross between his early works and his later works, to be honest, because his later works were more elaborate in a sense that they were like, you know, stuffed full of Fomes fomentarius. There you go, the willow bracket, or they're on beech, or they're actually on beech or birch usually, but the horseshoe fungus they call them. Oh, lovely! Look at that, yeah, eagle oak. You see, a lot of these trees were coppiced when they were young, and so they because they were stunted, it's allowed them to grow for hundreds of years. I think there's some in Burnham, Beeches, which is in Buckinghamshire, near Slough, and they are something like 700 years old or something ridiculous like that. This is familiar to me from Exmoor, you know, trees covered in moss and lichen like that. Awesome. Yeah, so really lovely book. I can highly recommend it. Look at that, bluebells. So they'll be probably growing under beech trees. I think that's where they usually like to hang out and lurk. In a beech wood. You see, things have a symbiosis. So some things like others, like spruce trees, like sphagnum moss, So here Ray goes in back. He hails back to his older sort of bushcraft days, where he's a master of that, obviously. And that obviously is a sort of firelighting kit that he's got there. Wonderful. Oh yeah, I made one of them. An old bow drill. Well, he's doing hand drill there actually, but mine was a bow drill. Mine, I could never get the old hand drill thing going. Sorry, I'll leave you on Jimmy while I switch. The trouble is this book is obviously upside down, inside out. So half of it's for Australia, mate, and the other half's for Britain, isn't it, eh? So you have to keep moving the pages about. But I'm joking, of course. I do love the photos. I think they're awesome. Really well, amazing. So there you go. It's U-bows from the wreck of the Tudor warship, the Mary Rose. Well, I remember when they lured that thing out of the water. It was half covered in silt, so it was obviously preserved by the silt. But that's awesome. And they're the markings on the bows, by the way. Oh my goodness. Ray, you always find the most interesting things to put into your books, is all I can say. There you go. Some different types of nuts, hazelnuts, acorns. All edible. Different wild edibles that he's come across in this one. Cowberries, bilberries. They're known as lingonberries, I think, in the area I'm in. Or certainly the Scandinavian countries. Wood sorrel, tastes like apple peel. It's lovely. Saffrage, saxifrage. Yeah. Violet. People put those into posh meals in London to dress the meal up, you know, make it look pretty. Wild strawberries and wild raspberries. They're the little ones, but they're still tasty. All the rest of it, you know. Medlar. An interesting name. I've known a few meddlers in my time. Like my ex-mother-in-law. She was a great meddler. Bless her heart. Yeah. But, toxic plants. Here we go. Hello. Talking of mother-in-law. No, I'm joking. She wasn't that bad. She was worse. So edible fungi. Okay. I'd be very careful when you pick mushrooms, because they often have a kind of evil twin that is poisonous. So only ever go picking mushrooms when you've got an accomplished expert with you. Look at that, the toxic ones. All of these will kill you. It's in the name, isn't it? Destroying angel. There's one. Death cap. It's like, oh, sounds good. Let's have two. Oh no. Oh no, don't go there. So what's he doing here? Birch sap. Yeah, that's cool. Birch sap is delicious. It only comes in the rising of the birch, in the rising of the sap, I should say, in springtime. It's from about March to April time, when the sap is rising, and you can bore a hole into the tree and tap the tree for sap. You know, you have to plug it up afterwards though, because otherwise you'll bleed it to death. Hazelnut remains. There you go. Charred. So people like hazelnuts, obviously. I like nuts, innit? So does Jimmy. It's all right, mate. Don't worry. Don't panic. Don't panic, Mr. Mannering. The Fortingull Yew, probably the oldest one in Britain. Fair enough. Well, there's one older in Poland. I'll leave a link below. But there's one older in Poland, and it's the oldest tree in Europe, I think it is. It's a yew as well. Ridiculously old. I don't remember the dates because my brain's going cuckoo. But I will leave a link to the old yew tree that I've been to many times. It's not particularly well protected. In fact, at one point it might have been burnt down. I don't know. Some evil swain might have even burned it. I don't remember. But it used to be there. I'll leave a link to its presence if it's there, and if it's not there, then it has be on your wall around it, you know. But there you go. So it's a lovely book. Indicators of Ancient Woodland. I always enjoy the Ray Mears books, I must say. Ramson's lovely, sort of like a natural garlic onion type addition to a salad or something you can make. In actual fact, you know, with the increasing prices of food and what have you these days, it's amazing how much nature offers. Look at that. An ancient oak. You can say that again, mate. Good lordy. Good heavens above. Awesome. It's even got a bear in there. Look at the bear's face, the eyes. It's a growling bear, isn't it? Brah! That's seen some times, hasn't it? Bless it. Good heavens. That's seen some centuries for sure. But there you go. White willow, grey willow. Detailed book. Wonderful. Goat willow. Pussy willow. I'm not going to go there. No, it's my Bilderbob humour. I just can't be doing it. But there you go. So I'll leave you on the back cover so you can freeze and look at it if you so desire. I found them cheaper than £22, I must say. I won't name prices, but I have found cheaper. Mine, unfortunately, it was supposedly purported to be new. That doesn't look too new to me. It looks like it's been schwacked about by a very careless courier, but never mind. A little bit disappointing with that because it still costs the same face value, but never mind. Okay. Thanks ever so much for watching. All the very best wishes to you. I'm watching a film called, what's it called? I can't remember now. It's with Demi Moore, who I really, really, really like. Oh, come on. Brain's going gone. It just left and it just never said hello. What's it called? Half Light. Highly recommend it. Half Light from 2006. It's a spooky one, and it's really, really good. Thanks ever so much for watching. All the very best wishes. Cheers. Now I can't turn the phone. Turn the phone off, can I? I'll have to crash out of it. Sorry about that.